All right, so in the last video, we went ahead and we actually worked with the auth file right here in the configuration. We added the provider, and we added the guard right here, which is admin, and we created the admin model right here, and and the admin stable, and so on. And in this video, we're gonna actually work, with the logic, so we can start building our authentication system, like practically, all right, the real thing, if you want to call it like that. So the first step that we want to take is, we go to routes right here, and if we go to web, I want to go ahead and let's just copy one of these routes right here. Let's go down at the bottom and paste. So of course, and before everything, I want to go ahead and like create a form or show our own login form. All right, so this will be admin/login, like that. All right, and this, it will go to the admins folder, and we will just go ahead and access, or it's gonna head the admin's controller right here, and we're gonna go ahead and it will head the controller, the function inside this controller right here, which is view login, and we will just call this simply view login just like that. All right, so let's go ahead actually and create this controller right here. So let me just copy this, and if we go right over here, as you can see, all right, so PHP artisan, we can just go right here and go controller, make controller like that, when we can just go admin/admins controller, just like that. And if we click, or if we press enter, all right, so it's going to create this controller for us, just in a second. All right, so there we go. If we now go to app, if we go to HTTP, if we go to controllers, so there we go. Here is our own admin's controller. Let's actually save this first. Let's go ahead and grab this function. Let's go down at the bottom, and we create it now. It's gonna do a very simple thing, which is actually just view the that blade template, which is I'm gonna create a template master for the admins, and I'm gonna create the template just in a second now. All right, so what we're gonna do right here is go return view, and we're gonna go to the admins folder, and we're gonna go right here and go view -login right here. All right, so just save this. Let's go ahead right now, create this. So let's copy this right here, and if we go to resources, if we go to views, you can just go ahead and create a new folder, and this folder will be admins, like that. All right, and let's go ahead now and create this blade. So this will be .blade.php, just like this, and open up your design right now in another text editor. I have my Sublime right here, open up, and this is simply the code that I gave you. All right, and go ahead, let's see, and go to admins folder right here, and go to login-admins, just like that. All right, and we want to go ahead, of course, we will go ahead and create a master template. So we better, well, actually, before going to the login-admins, let's actually create, let's create the template master first. So just go to the index. Instead of that, let's go ahead and grab our header and our footer, so we can actually go ahead and create this template master. So if you just go Control-5 and you go to container-fluid right here, this div, so we need to start grabbing, grabbing from the bottom up, and if we just copy this, and if we go right here, if we go to layouts, let's go ahead and create a template master for this. We can actually call this admin .blade.php. All right, you can call it whatever that you like, and let's paste this whole thing in. So this will be the part for the header. Now, obviously, I want to go ahead to app.blade right here, and I want to copy this part because this will allow us to simply view the body, all right, which is going to be dynamic. This is why we're setting this ATL content right here, which allows us to simply fetch up the dynamic part of our own project. All right, and right after this, all what we need to do for to finish up the template master is simply let's see this whole part down here, which is just the symbol for that we have. All right, so just paste it down there and save. So now we can just go ahead and work with the login. All right, so go to the login once again, and now we can start grabbing, starting from here. Since we already like grabbed the whole thing, because the header is going to be, of course, fixed on every page. Since we start grabbing from container-float, let's now start grabbing the design from right and red, because this will be the dynamic part. So let's just copy this whole thing right here. All right, and go view-login and just paste right away. And of course, let's make this dynamic by going extends, and we can just go admin layouts.admin like that. So this should actually grab the template master for the admins, for the admins. All right, and we're gonna go right here, add section in content. So this should let the view know that this is actually a dynamic content, and it will fetch it like this. And right over here we can just go and section like that. Pretty simple. So if we just save this like that, we can actually close this now. We do not need it. Also this, we do not need it. So what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna check if we're working, we're gonna test this out, to sum up. So let's just copy this, and if we go right here, we go and paste this in, we should actually see our own view. So something is wrong. Admin/login not found. All right, so get blah blah blah, and if we're going to admins controller, we should hit this right here. It should go to view-login. All right, so it says that this is not found right here. If we just refresh this, let's try once again, admin/login. All right, so it's probably like a cache problem. So let me just go Control F5. So it's not, so just give me a second. All right, so it was nothing wrong actually. As I told you, it was a problem with the logic. So I got right here up my terminal and I went like this. This problem like happened a couple of times in this course. So just go PHP artisan optimize. This might not even happen for you. This is just my machine, my browser, and so on. All right, so but if if it happened with you, just go PHP artisan optimize, and it should optimize the bootstrap files, and then go PHP artisan config cache, and it should clear the cache for the config, and then PHP artisan route cache right here, and should clear the cache for the routes. All right, and refresh, and it will work right away, just like that. All right, so as you can see, the design is messed up a little bit because those right here, those links are supposed to be like in some kind of widget right here on the side, and this form is kind of messed up a little bit, and that's because if we go down at the bottom at inspect, we're actually going to see that we're missing the style file right here, which is right here, at the template master, at the admin's template master. All right, and we're going to actually fix this right now. So if we just go once again to admin here, which is the template master, if we go right at the top, you can see that we have this style.css file. So if we just go asset like that, if we go assets slash, and let's actually go ahead and grab this whole thing. So we just cut and paste right away. So now save. Let's go to the public folder, where we have our own assets. So you're gonna see that we should actually create a folder. All right, and we can call this styles like that, and we can just create a new folder in it, and we can call this style.css. All right, so inside this CSS file, we can just go ahead right here. Of course, we have, the code. It's right here in the styles folder. We can just copy this, and we can go right here and paste right away. So just save, so yeah, if we refresh right now, all right, so check that out. It actually worked. Here is the menu. Of course, this will not be here when we log in. This should only be showed like when we're sorry, this shouldn't be here when we're logged out. This should only be when we're actually just logged in. All right, so it shouldn't be here with the login form, but we will take care of this, in the validation videos in the future. So yeah, let's close this up. Let's go back right here and let's try to process our own logic. So just copy this and paste. We're gonna go right here. So this will be a type of post. All right, admin/login. We're gonna keep this like that. They can log the same. Two links. That the two links for the get and the post right here. Form can be the same. That's fine. But of course, the name will differ. All right, so right over here, of course, we're going to keep it so it will hit this controller, and it should also hit the check login right here function, and this, the name for this should be check dot login. So this will actually process our own logic. So just save, copy this function, go back to the controller right here, and paste this in. So just copy this right here and paste. So let's cut this and paste right here. And since we're going to submit a form, we need to create post right here. Sorry, we need to do request. So this is request like that. All right, so let's actually remove this. So for the logic, I already prepared it right here. So check out the resource section and you will find the code for this in a file, and I will name it login logic, something like that. All right, so if we look at the logic right here of the login, so you're gonna see remember me request has remember me. All right, so that line doesn't even matter, so let's just leave it as it is. If we go right here, if auth guard admin, it's checking basically for the admin guard that we have, and it's gonna attempt the data that's coming from the inputs in the form. All right, so we have email right here. It's going to take the data that's coming from the input with the name email, and it's also going to take the data that's coming from the input with the name password. It's going to match it with the password inside our own database. So if those are true, if there is an email and a password that match a row that we have inside our own database, it's going to redirect back to the index page of the admins. All right, which means that we're actually logged in. So it's going to redirect this route. All right, otherwise it's going to go ahead and it's actually going to load. It's not going to go ahead and display this error message right here, but it's going to go back to the same page. That's what this line means right here. All right, so yeah, this is actually all. So let's just save this. Let's go back to the form and specify the action, the method, and all of that. So the form right here, the method is post, and as for the action right here, we need to go route, and we need to add our route right here. So this will be check.login. All right, so paste this in. So for the inputs, the type is email and the name email down here. All right, so as for the second input, the type is password and the name password. So yeah, this will actually be all. So the button right here, type is submit and submit. So yeah, let's save this whole thing right here. So yeah, let's now try to go ahead. Well, actually, before we even try a login, let's create let's create a link, or let's do a link with this route right. All right, so paste this in. Let's copy this and go right here and paste. So this will be the link. Once we get the email and the password right, we will go to this link, which has the name admins.dashboard right here. So this will be an index function. All right, and this will actually be just admin like this, right? We will go to the admin just like that. All right, so let's save this whole thing, copy this, and go back right here, and just paste this in. So copy this because it's going to be similar, cut and paste once again. So once we log in, we should actually go to Blade file, and that is, if we go to the admins here, let's go ahead and create this. So I want to create this index.blade. All right, so let's go right here. So blade.php, just like that. All right, so I want to go ahead right here at the index page. All right, so this is where we will have our own design. So as you can see, under the container dash float, as always, we can always find this row right here. So just copy it, and go ahead and paste. So once again, all right, so we're gonna save this later, but so I want to go ahead right here to the view dash login. I want to grab those. I want to paste them right at the top, and right after this, I want to go down at the bottom. I want to go end section like that. So just save. So we're gonna return view after we log in. We're gonna go to the admins folder, and we're gonna go to the index blade file right here. So just save like that. All right, so this is actually all. Well, what we have left, sorry about that. It's actually we should have some kind of email and password right here in the admins table, because we're gonna log in right away. We're not gonna create any kind of register page. All right, so there is, for example, well, let's see, there is the email, which is admin one, for example, at gmail.com, right? And as for the password, that we cannot write some kind of raw password right here, which contains characters and numbers, signs, and all of that. We need some kind of hash, because when we log in, what's going to happen is actually the form, it's going to take, of course, it's going to take like a couple of characters, numbers, and so on, but it's going to hash them and match them with some kind of hash that's already inside the column. All right, so we need some kind of hash right here inside this column, or we cannot log out. Or we cannot log in. All right, so I'm gonna grab a hash that I know the password for. I know the real password for, which is this hash right here. We're gonna grab it from the users table. All right, so there is actually the hash. So let's just copy this. I already know that the password and the email are the same, so now I can use the email as a password. All right, so if that makes sense. So if we just paste this in, click go. All right, so we click browse right here. So as you can see right over here, let's now just refresh this. Let's try to log in. Copy this. All right, so it's gonna refresh. So just give it a second. So we have some kind of problem. So route check.login not defined it. So there is something wrong. Push this. So check login. This route right here. We go to view-login right. All right, so there's nothing wrong actually, was it? So what's wrong? Is it like the cache problem? Once again, let me grab my. Right, so this is starting to get pretty annoying. So let's go PHP artisan route cache. So it should actually clear the route cache. And if we go config cache right here. All right, so if we go last thing, PHP artisan optimize, if we refresh this. All right, so as you can see right here, we just needed to clear the cache. Let's now grab the email, paste, and let's grab the email of this, because again, the password is the same as the email. Let's copy this right here. This is simply just the password. If we click login right here. All right, so page expired. I got this. It's actually the CSRF right here. So you just save like that. Let's now refresh. All right, continue right here. All right, so let's go back once again. Let's try and just grab the password. So let's just paste this in. So click login right here. All right, so page expired, CSRF right here. Yes, actually, let's just refresh this, let's go back once again. There is the email and there is the password. Let's just log. All right, so hopefully it works. Just give it a second. Come on, not the cache problem once again. All right, so app/model/admin found right here. All right, so it's telling us that we did not include the admin right here. All right, so go use app/models/admin right here. So just save this. Let's now refresh. All right, so app/model/admin not found. So this should actually be admin first and then /admin. Let's just save once again, or this will just admin. All right, so make sure to include your admin model the right way, which is right here. There is the models. Now let's just go ahead once again. All right, so app/admin does not. So just give me a second. Well, the problem was pretty simple, that was from the last video. If you open up your model right here, if you go to this part, you can see that we still need to add the folder right here where the model is, or it will not actually see it. So let's just add it right here, and let's go ahead. All right, so I looked up something, don't bother. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that once again, and hopefully it works this time. So let's just paste the admin, let's paste the email, and there is the password. Click login. All right, so I don't like it when it takes a long time. All right, so there you go. We actually got it. We're going to the admin right here, which displays the index right here, this index page where we have our own stats. This link right over here, which hits the index function inside the admin's controller right here. So yeah, this will be all for this video, and I will see you on the next one.